that said, this is our one crank then for the threshing machine, getting that going. And that is our beautiful threshing machine out of the way. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Autonauts with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful set of farms, which we started working on in the last episode and where we are today going to continue. We did already get a good bunch of the bots set up at this point in time, including the watering bots and the bots that do replace the tools for us, the bots that are collecting, but what we do need to take care of today is actually getting a bot that plants stuff for us. And, well, you know, getting all the entire cycle underway here. I do think that we are also missing a bot currently to resupply of our bot right here with scythes. So that is another thing to take care of. And then when that all is out of the way, we can hopefully, slowly but surely, looking at the progress of this research, look at starting out with the cotton field, doing a lot of the same stuff, and then we've got all the production lines that are associated to take care of. But just quickly, before we get started on all these tasks, if you're new around here and if you do happen to enjoy this very episode, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're very well on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and every single person just truly does help out a ton for that magical number. So thank you so much if you did that, and without further ado, let us go and move right on. Now, a second thing that I would actually like to quickly say is I'm really sorry that you guys have probably only now gotten to see the previous episode. I was just now checking, actually, in fact, in terms of, you know, what did we do in the previous episode, what do we continue with today, and I noticed, to my horror, that somehow I edited the entire episode, had it all ready and rendered, but somehow never ever uploaded it. So, well, these two episodes, this one and the previous one, are probably going to go live very shortly after each other. So, you know, on the one hand side, I guess, awesome, because you do get two episodes in one day. On the other hand side, well, also a bit annoying, because that was certainly not the plan. So sorry for that. I hope you all forgive me. But without further ado, let us go and get this little guy here programmed. So the idea generally being that, well, we've got two cereal seed storages, this one here being for production purposes and this one here being for planting purposes. So this little guy should go to this cereal seed storage, take from that storage until his hands are full basically, and then literally just run around and find the nearest toil and, well, use held item and repeat this entire thing until his hands are empty. So literally just fill up his little hands with seeds. Make sure to plant everywhere that we do have a field here, which is literally this box for the cereal fields. Get that done, get his hands empty, and then he repeats the entire thing. And that should pretty much be that. Good to go, I would hope. And it's already watered, which is beautiful, by this little water bucket guy. And now he's going to go running around and planting these fields. And now I think it's going to quickly transpire that we need like another 2 bajillion of these watering bots. Because look at how quickly he actually plants these fields. And look at how long our little watering guy is actually taking to water this stuff. So we're going to go take care of that. Let me go grab another one of these bots here. Just going to plunk them down right there. We're going to already go and grab a bucket from down here. That's the one we can give him, I suppose. Actually, damn it. I think this guy's literally going to run, sorry. This guy's literally probably going to run straight at him and give him his bucket, but I suppose we need it in one way or another to teach that other little guy. So, what you're going to do is you're going to find nearest fresh water. I mean, that area is totally fine. We don't really care about it. And then you're going to find a non-watered crop and add to that crop. That said, you're going to move to about here, just like the other bot, you know, so he already stands a bit in the middle of the field. So, find nearest fresh water, move, use item. He fills up the bucket. He moves to this spot here. Doesn't need to wait, necessarily. And, add to cereal crop. Yeah, but how do you determine... Is that the right code? I need your code. Yeah, well, no, not really. Where's the fine cereal crop part gone? Where's everything gone? The heck? Oh, did I just click out and delete it somehow? Anyways, I guess we do that part again. So, you're going to find fresh water. Then you're going to go and find... Okay, there goes the find nearest cereal crop thing. We're going to also teach them to move to, and that one's going to go above here. So you find the nearest fresh water. Move to fresh water, use item held. You move to about this spot. You find the nearest cereal crop in a specific area, which is going to be more like this one right here. Move to cereal crop, add to cereal crop, repeat forever. Done. Get going, little guy. And now you technically... Yeah. There you go. Now he needs a bucket. Good. And this should mean that we now have 2 little watering bots running around to actually do things for us, which is beautiful. And this little guy, well, right here doesn't have any seeds currently, which should get fixed in just a second, because as you can see, we've got this guy threshing away at things, which is beautiful. That one works. We do have the scythe guy, but he's just waiting around, which is weird. I guess... Oh yeah, this is all still in growing state, so he does actually wait till stuff is fully grown, which is good stuff. And these are now starting to grow fully, and then they will get harvested. All the things are watered, which is awesome. And, well, technically speaking, stuff is also getting collected, which is great. Now, the real question is... Well, I mean, I would really actually like to get another threshing bot going. I do have the slight feeling, though, that they would kind of just get piled up on the same cereal stashes and do the same thing, so I'm not sure how much sense it makes. In general, I think the thing is flowing for the time being, so for me it's quite fine overall. What we do need to take care of, though... Oh, wait, I was not able to give him my bucket. Frickin'. Well, there's the bucket wasted, I guess. What we do need to take care of, though, I think, is that we're going to go and yoink all of the seeds from that storage and put it into this one, just to make sure to expand our fields to a size where we are actually, you know, using all the ground covered. And then, you know, when that's filled, because, well, for every 4 plots... for every 4 units of cereal that we take, we only really... get 1 into the planting storage. So if I was to keep it like this, the field size used wouldn't really expand here, which I guess is a bit the idea. Also that we go and cover all the soil that we are tilling. So in order to do that, we do need to make sure that we do have enough cereal seeds in there, and it's probably going to be quite a bunch, so I'm going to just literally for the time being move pretty much everything that we have in surplus over to the other storage so we can get this stuff going for ourselves. Cool, so that should cover us for a while. Now, the interesting point right here, first things first, is that we've actually now got a good bunch of flooring for ourselves, because we did schedule that the last time around with our little building bots, and that's always very useful. But what I would actually like to get going is another bunch of these, well, silos, and another bunch of crates. Well, actually crates, and so it's actually a good idea, good question rather, how we store the cotton at the end of the day. That said, we do have enough crates, honestly, so I'll just go and let them make like a 3 stack of these silos, so I can go pick those apart, and then we're going to go from there, I suppose. We're just going to start like this and see if we can put cotton in there or not. Other than that, we do have a ton of this turf still, which unfortunately is very much still flying around in the way of all this. I should have really completed that statue at this point in time, but I was a bit lazy. Not really wanting to run back and forth with the sand. I guess we could also put a bot on it, but... Well, I mean, there's so many things to take care of, honestly. I don't even know. That said, it's a good bunch of wheat planted. You can see, though, that we do have more space. So we're going to go and add to this accordingly. I would say maybe like another 2 stacks for the time being. Just to make sure that we're using all the ground. At the end of the day, I'm not sure the amount of plots we currently have can really cover it perfectly efficiently, but that we may have to see. Now, this actually is being a bit of a big issue. I think what we need to do here... Oh no, wait, he's only collecting straw, so technically speaking, I guess it's fine. We'll just have a huge pile of straw in the fields at some point. Which, you know, is annoying, but... I mean, who cares, as long as they keep harvesting and threshing away and the cereal keeps flowing. I guess we don't really care about the straw. And that said, we have now finally planted everywhere, so I guess we're good on cereal right here. Just gonna move the excess over again. Well, maybe we're going to keep like 2 in there just to make sure we don't have any delays in terms of planting. But overall, that should be quite fine. So that is pretty much all done on the cereal field, which is beautiful. And we do have this part down here good to go for ourselves too. We're going to go and take a silo maybe and just plunk it right down next to this little block of cotton. And could you please, mate, not move through the freaking berry bushes? Thank you very much. Okay, so as I kind of suspect that the cotton does not go in there, I guess it is going to be a crate. We can also check that out because we do have those. And, you know, honestly, not too tragic. There we go. Okay. Not too tragic. I'm sure we can reuse these silos eventually for something else. So we're just going to keep them in the inventory for the time being and be happy like that. Now, the question with all the cotton is... technically speaking, I guess, how are we going to collect it? As far as I do remember the harvesting process, and let me maybe make a tad bit more space here. Just to make sure that we do have enough of that. As far as I remember the harvesting process, what we get out is literally just the raw cotton. And that then needs to be processed. So what I would go about doing here for the time being, as first things first, getting this laid out like that. Can I actually lay out the actual... No, I guess I cannot lay out the actual blueprint until I... use up all the stuff that I have in my inventory. Same deal with a good flooring, but hey, it is what it is, it's fine. What we have run into here is that we actually do have a bot out of a scythe. So that's the last thing for us to take care of, maybe. Except for the recharging. I am not sure, do we have recharging up here yet? Maybe we do. They've been working for an awful long time, to be honest, without recharging. We will see. We will see. Let me go grab one more bot to go and provide the scythe for the time being. And we will teach him that. And then we will go from there. So, you will always just move to, like, call it there. We can keep that move to command. I think that makes sense, just to make sure he's always already waiting right there. And then you will find the nearest bomb with no tool in a specific area. And it would be very nice if I could actually get into the editing mode for that area. We are going to make that area, like... maybe about this one, you know, always just in case they're running around outside the area they are supposed to work in somehow, you know, that we actually have things covered, and then we'll repeat. And that's that, and get going, and thank you very much. And now we've got the cycle actually closed. The one thing, I guess, is the question with the recharging. I do have a feeling that at least maybe a redundant bot we do need at some point. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see about that when we get to this topic. So out here, we do have the crate then where we can at least harvest the initial bits of cotton and put them in there. Now what we do need to do at the end of the day is actually getting the seeds out. And that will be then an operation that we do with this machinery, which we get down here, which does take another like 300 kilometers to off, so not far out. In the meanwhile, though, while we do prepare for that happening, I will already go and pretty much scoop up everything that we have on that cotton field down here, so we can literally just go and get that processed with that machine, so we can get ourselves some new cotton seeds and, you know, live happily ever after. Otherwise, I guess a lot of the setup that we're going to do up in terms of cotton is going to be mirrored also from what we have going for the wheat now. So we're going to need planting bots, we're going to need watering bots, we're going to need tilling bots. The only thing I guess that changes at the end of the day is that we don't have a bot threshing, but we do instead move the cotton over to the crate, then some bot on a workbench actually takes the cotton and makes seed out of it. That said, our plan is complete. That is not what I was thinking this was about. I thought this was the research. So, that is also quite nice, because we were saying previously, if you remember, that we do want to complete some of these milestones. And we have. Do we get anything cool for it? Is the question. Dungarees. A watering can. A watering can is interesting. Is that like a better version of the bucket for us, basically, or is there no difference whatsoever? I don't really know. We will have to find out. We did get a little commemorative slab and stuff as usual, but otherwise, I've got no clue, to be honest. So we'll see. We will go and see. We have harvested all the cotton here. Now, the approach I would honestly take, so we literally just chuck out a few, well, yeah, we'll just chuck out a bot here, literally. Get him going with us, and we'll teach the bot to collect all this for us, because, you know, at the end of the day, that way we save ourselves a few seconds, which is always, you know, an important amount of time. And also, on top of that, we already have a bot up here that we can start teaching other things afterwards. So, or generally, honestly, he can just be our collecting bot and we move the area. That probably makes even more sense. So we'll literally just program him like that, and then we'll just move the area after the fact. You find the nearest cotton in here until hands full. You repeat this stuff. Then you go up here. And you add to the storage until your hands are empty. And then you repeat the entire thing. And that's basically what you're going to do from here on out. Perfect. You know, I guess that works, honestly. That way we've already got part of this programmed, and you know, that's even better. Now we're missing a whole 10 colonist dwarf. There we go. Good timing right there. Now we've got a sugar gaza. What is that? Got a knitted beanie, we've got a toga, tunic, poncho, cotton threads, which are important, bulrus threads, other general threads, cotton cloth, blah 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 blah, blanket, a clothing station, which is going to be very important indeed, a spinning wheel, and most importantly, a threshing machine. And that is very much what we are instantly going to go and build here, because that's all we've ever been waiting for. Seems like we even got entire new categories here in that run. But what we do want then is the threshing machine. So please, dear bots, whatever you have, add to it. You don't have anything, which is a bit of an issue, I would argue. But that also means then, I guess, that we can go and expand on our assembly line, so we can get some bots for frames and panels and everything else, and we'll literally just do that. So, my little guy, you go please to the panel storage, and you take from panel storage. You will repeat that until your hands are full. I guess you may only be able to carry one, but I'm not quite sure, so I'll do it anyways. He's got enough brain capacity, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. And then you'll go very slowly in my case, a little quicker in your case, and find the nearest blueprint in a set area. Now, I do kind of have to remember what area this was. It was a 9x9, I remember as much, so I guess it was this one. Makes sense. And you'll find the nearest blueprint, you add to blueprint, and you go and repeat the entire thing until your hands are empty. And then you repeat the entire thing forever. And then you're good to go. And now we've got a bot adding panels. And we'll do the same, basically, for square frames. And for blades, which we've also got automatically. And for gears, which we also have automatically. And then, well, for the crank, I guess we don't have an automated production. So we need to do, well, we need to make that ourselves. First things first for the time being. And we definitely need to add that ourselves for the time being. But you will move to the square frame storage. Take from the square frame storage until your hands are full. You'll do the exact same thing as the other lad. Find the nearest blueprint in a SAT area, which is going to be this one right here. And you're going to go and repeat this entire thing until your hands are empty. Add to the blueprint, preferably after moving to it. Then repeat the entire thing forever. Get going. Have fun. Thank you very much, my little guy. So that's awesome. The one thing I think that we've maybe potentially forgotten is telling them to actually move into this area of operations before, you know, waiting for a blueprint to pop up. At the end of the day, I think it's really usually not that time critical, so we may as well leave it as is for these guys now. For the ones that I add in the future, though, I think we're going to slightly alter that. So, we will do the same thing with you. You, my little guy, will be the guy responsible for gears. So please go, take from the gear storage until your hands are full. And you will move to this corner here. Then you will go and find the nearest blueprint in the area. That way, you know, he's already in the area. It's just going to give us a little teeny tiny boost in terms of production speed. And at the end of the day, it's really not that crazy. But if we're already remembering to, why in the world not? So, You're going to do this until your hands are empty, you're going to repeat forever, and you're going to get going, and that is the gear part also out of the way. And the last bit that we can automate is going to be blades, so that one we will also automate. Insane amount of bots, by the way, that we're pulling, so this is going to put some pretty good load, honestly, on our supply chain right here, I have the feeling, but hey, you know, it is what it is. If it works, it works. So that'll just have to be like that. What we also still have is the mechanical frame saw, so those we really need to get underway now as well. That would be very, very helpful. And I think a lot of the things that I'm already automating right here should really help us in pushing those as well and getting these little chopping blocks upgraded with that. Well, let me go and tell this little guy what to do. First things first, you will do the same little thing as all the others are doing. You will go right here, I guess. We'll just kind of, you know, occupy this line with bots eventually. And then you'll go and find the nearest blueprint in the usual area right here. And you'll add to it, and you repeat until your hands are empty. Boop, boop, and boop. And then you repeat the entire thing forever. Done. Beautiful. So that's the blades also taken care of. And now the one thing that is remaining that we do need to do on our own is going to be the cranks. And, well, we do have these watering cans as well. I really wonder if these are in any way, shape, or form superior to the crude bucket, to be honest. Maybe they can water multiple plants or something before they empty? I've got no clue, to be honest. That may be something to look at. And what I was kind of fearing has also actually become the case up here, with threshing being the major bottleneck. So maybe we do need to fix that eventually. For the time being, I guess it's not the most pressing issue on the list. For now, I would really like to instead go and make a crank, which here. So 2 poles, 2 fixing pegs. We can make that on our own real quick. And, you know, maybe we do need to automate that at some point. Honestly, though, currently, we're not really using it all too much, so for the time being, we'll keep it as is. And then, you know, if we do discover that we do need to automate it, we can always go and do it after the fact. That said, this is our 1 crank, then, for the threshing machine, getting that going. And that is our beautiful threshing machine out of the way, and now we'll let you just do what we did with all the other stuff. Demolish it, move up here. The one thing that I do then really want to know is how we are doing on this stuff. I guess we do need to automate the crude gears still in this case, and we do still need to do the cranks on our own, so maybe we do want to automate the crank part eventually, but otherwise it seems quite fine to me. Now, what we do want to do down here, or up here rather, is do a little something like this, and we really should have pre-planned some more good flooring. In fact, we can maybe just do that by, you know, occupying a bit of stuff here again for now, and then just getting all the blueprints set up. I know, we're already low on wooden planks, and it's going to take an absolute age to fill all the materials, but, you know, honestly, I can't be asked to wait for this in the future, and we always need tons of the flooring. We all know it. It's taken us so much time up until now, so we may already just pre-provision as well. And I do have the feeling, can you upgrade these, in fact? Oh, I can't really see like that. Oh, we do have a chopping block right here. Let me check real quick before we do the cotton stuff if we can actually upgrade these, or if we do need to make the... No, we do need to make the frame saws and then just put them in the place and change the programming a bit, I guess, of the bots. So I'm going to just put 2 of those right here for the time being. Well, maybe, in fact, like 3. So they at least get going, and then... I'm kind of tempted to even put more, not gonna lie. But there's just not really that much space remaining here. This one was still in the reach of that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. We'll do 1 more. That way we've got 4 scheduled. This will take them absolute ages, and you can see just how hard the materials are draining. So even just for the materials to catch up, and, you know, things need to fill right here too, it's going to take absolute years. So we'll just leave them to it for the time being and focus back on up here. Now what we want to do up here... Oh, here. Look at that. We don't have everything covered with a recharge bot, I guess. So this one we will need to take care of soon. It's not the most pressing issue, though. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day. We can just quickly take care of them like this for now. I really want to, for now, keep things going. And also make sure that all these cotton plants are getting us the right amount of yield at the end of the day. That said, let me go and get us going with... where did I have it? Oh, here. Right. With this threshing machine, which is going to be wildly important. We're not going to be using it for cereal, which, honestly, is probably going to be a bit of a good boost to the approach we've got going here, given how slow this little threshing guy is. So we should probably do that soon as well and make the upgrade. But this one here is for cotton then. And let's just try this one. So I throw this in here. It comes out like that. And you've got cotton lint and cotton seed. Okay, so basically speaking, I guess the approach is going to be, and let me double check on that. Wait, we are kind of missing a crate, which I guess we can just quickly schedule down here somewhere. So generally the approach, I suppose, is going to be that we go take the cotton lint and put it in there, and then we take the seeds and we put them in... Oh, no, we don't. Okay, is it a silo? It is a silo. Okay. So, that's interesting. Totally fine by me. I'm going to go and remove these again. And move the silo. And then we can actually use what we had manufactured here. So that's good. Totally fine by me. We're going to go and move that to the other side, because that's kind of more field side work. And then this goes into the silo. And that can be used for actually sowing out the cotton. So that's beautiful. Then I guess we do need to get a bot going that can actually get the threshing done for us, sort all the stuff in here. We need to get a planting bot going, then the same kind of ordeal that we do have going on down there. And then we can slowly but surely also get a production chain going for the cotton, and then we do all the after the fact production chains with all like making the clothing and the whatever it's called, the fiber... No, I've not got a clue of the world, but making all the clothing basically off the cotton, making all the food off the wheat, and actually harnessing what all we have built up here. So I'm very much looking forward to that, but for today, I'm going to have to end it off right here, unfortunately. I do hope you all very much enjoyed the episode and the progress we made in this. As usual, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. That really always helps out a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider smashing that subscribe button, as well as that bell icon right next to it, in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.